You're listening to Rodney Rogers Outdoors Radio, where we turn it upside down and look at the outside from the inside out. It's safe, it's legal, and we're having a blast. So put your shoes on, my friend, because we're going outdoors.
Oh my God, welcome to Rodney Rogers Outdoors. I am Rodney Rogers. That right there is my partner, coach, he's in crime, Mike the man himself.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. It's
Nice
party
and
time.
smooth.
Oh, yeah.
Nice and smooth. I like the fire, by the way.
Yeah, right?
I love sitting by the fire. Oh, there it is. Merry Christmas, Michael Coy.
Merry Christmas, man.
And Happy New Year coming up.
Yeah.
We're squeezing everything in this.
Yeah, because we probably won't be here next week,
We
right?
probably won't be
You're
here.
heading-
I'm going to try to be away next week, so there's no telling where I'll be next week. But you will see something. You'll be seeing me say something or something. Lisa and I are going to try to enjoy some kind of vacation.
That's good.
You know what I'm screaming?
Yeah.
You hear
You
it?
should.
You hear what I'm saying?
Deserve it.
Amen.
Deserve
Try to
every
get
bit
some
of
trouble somewhere.
that. Every bit of that nonsense.
You can reach us tonight. This is mine and Mike's 1 hour vacation that we have not got to have in a couple weeks. Only because, you know what? We had the camping trip we're going to be talking about. Right after that, it was Mike's anniversary, which was awesome. Same night as our show. The next week, my daughter had an emergency surgery. I was babysitting during that show. So it was like, you know, a lot was going on. A lot was going on. So,
How is your daughter, by the way?
she's doing good. She finally got the tube out today.
Wow.
Literally. So she's doing awesome. So everything's going well. So we get to talk about a lot. A lot's going to happen. A lot's going down. You can reach us at 262-345-7763 tonight. You can also text the show. Hey, Merry Christmas, Mike. Mike Etzel says, oh, did you see that little glare there?
Yeah, you see that?
Yeah, I do, actually.
I'm working on it.
Okay, you got it figured.
I'll get somebody on it right away.
You got engineering? You got engineering on it, brother? So you can also text us right into the show, that same number. And you can also, just the easiest is obviously comment on the Facebook. How's that new one?
I'm working it out.
You got it?
You entertain the troops, man.
Right on. How are you, Rob? We got a whole pile of people in here. Hey, Krista, love you. She's doing better. Oh, my God. Todd, laugh out loud. What exactly was that? So Mike surprised us with some never seen before footage, and it was awesome. I think the first one was us at Lisa's house, wasn't it? We were.
It was. Last New Year's or Christmas, actually.
Yeah, we were karaoke, however you say it. So, Mike, how you doing over there? You got it figured out? I think you're on it.
Good.
I think you're on it. Scott Kennedy, how are you, buddy? So, man, we've got so much to talk about. I mean, it's just like so much. Much better.
Yeah, I don't even know where to start.
Well, let's start with the camping trip. I mean, our last show was right before we went to the camp trip. Then we had the camping trip at the island, which was absolutely phenomenal. I mean, best year so far out of the 5 years we've done it. Absolutely, just an absolute fabulous time.
Yeah,
my gosh.
I don't know who to thank more, the people who came out and participate in it, or the family and friends who helped.
Oh my gosh!
Literally make it possible.
Yeah, it was.
You know, I mean,
deep breath, man, because it's a strenuous time for us all.
Yeah, and I don't know if we're gonna play it here in a little bit. The video we made, or the slideshow. But we never post on Facebook that all the photos that we kind of gathered and accumulated, they're available on the Rodney Rogers Outdoors
on
website.
Our website. Oh, okay.
So if you go to under photos and click on 2017 camping trip, they're all there.
There
Click on them, download them, save them, whatever you want to do.
Okay. Yeah.
And if you have some that's not up there, hit us up and we'll add them to the collection.
We'll put them on up there.
Definitely a collection.
Mike says Brooks and Dunn will never be the same after that. Hector says, watching while eating Doritos. I don't have popcorn, so the show must go on. Good point. I'd rather have Doritos, by the way. I'm having pumpkin spice coffee.
Is that good?
Oh,
it's not bad,
dude.
Right?
That is awesome.
Yeah.
You know, I like pumpkin spice. I don't get it. It's the first pumpkin spice I've had all year. You ready? 10. A 10 on the pumpkin spice.
Well overdue, Rodney.
Yeah, a little pumpkin spice on there.
That's great.
So, Mike, we got camping trip to talk about. We've got our exciting moments. We've got.
Well, what we don't have is time to talk about what we're going to be talking about.
Okay, let's get right to
yeah.
it. So, I don't know how you got it set up for us. I don't know. So, what you tell me what's first? Where we're going
Well,
first?
you know what? I think if we just jump into our plan, what we wanted to do is really take a look back at 2016.
Yeah, 17.
17.
Yeah, 17.
Especially since since there's a chance we won't be here next week, so we're
Right.
rolling kind of our Christmas festivities and our New Year's.
all
so
in
we're
one
looking
shot.
at this year and maybe looking a little bit ahead, talk about some of the exciting things coming up in the new year, all in one shot. So if you haven't joined us for a Christmas special before, it's not our traditional.
Right.
So not a lot of meat and potatoes here, probably.
Yeah.
Not our
I'm
normal
sure of,
segments. But it's really time to just to be human and relax and kick back, and
Kind of
this
reflect
show
on-
might be as much for you and I as it is for anybody
Yeah,
else, and I
exactly.
hope you guys enjoyed it as
Merry
much as we
Christmas,
do.
Anthony. I'm just shouting out to people saying Merry Christmas on Facebook at us. So I'm just screaming back at you. So Merry Christmas back at you. As you can see, we got the fire roaring in the background. It's a little hot, but hey, we can. It's 85 degrees outside and 220 on the inside.
Well, I think what we want to do, Rodney,
Yes,
to
hit
get
me
this,
with it, Mike.
get this bad boy started, is we're going to look back and let's just talk about some of the highlights of last year.
Okay.
And maybe starting with the most Rodney Rogers Outdoors 2017 interesting moment of the year.
One of the absolute most interesting moments.
Right. Do you even know what this is?
I don't. No. I pulled up I have notes on this. You actually put it in order for us, Mike. I could pull this. I got the top 10 high. Oh yeah. Okay, the fish breaks the line and spits the lure out.
Yeah.
That to me is definitely hands down is number one for the year. The most interesting moment. Basically, what had happened is I was filming a lure for. You got it all right here?
Yep.
Oh, let's just watch this.
That if you have a lure you never caught a fish with, let me know what it is, and I'll catch a fish with it. Yeah. True to form, someone sent me a lure that they've never caught a fish with. And I seen this lure, and I've seen it a long time ago, and I was pretty sure it was called a cripple shad. So a little bit of internet, Google, and it's exactly what it's called. It is called a cripple shad. And yes, I've never seen anybody catch a fish with this thing. So we're gonna take it out today and see if we can't catch a fish with it. I tried to find one to buy, and they're just not available. I found one on eBay as a vintage lure sale. It was only like $4 or $5. But Jason from Alabama was kind enough to send us his. So we're gonna fish with this thing today and see if we can't, see if it'll produce fish. I'm excited. I can't wait. I haven't seen one
I love
for
it.
20 plus years, so we're gonna give it a shot. Follow us. All right, the conclusion's actually pretty exciting. Great bait. I missed a lot of fish. I missed a giant fish on this thing. One of the coolest things is I almost lost this bait. Broke off on a small fish. I had a frayed line from a broken eye I didn't know I had. So after I caught the fish, I'm bragging about it. I made the next cast. I lost the lure. We got it on video. Look for yourself.
Check this out.
Check this out.
There's an echo in here.
All right, I'd shut this camera off, but I got it on my GoPro. All right, check this out. Jason from Alabama. We caught 2 or 3 off. Had a giant explosion on a giant bass. Look at that. Absolutely loving this little bait here. I'll tell you what, we'll go over what we did, and then we'll send it back to you. You're probably gonna want this bait. Have a good one, brother. Motley go. Oh, broke my line, bro.
No.
I lost it.
Oh, he's dead.
Damn it. Damn it, I need that back, man. That's a vintage lure. Please shake it out. Please shake it out.
Did I bleep this out, I think?
You didn't shake it out?
I didn't.
I'm going to give him a few
I
minutes.
think I did.
Man, I need you
Yeah, I
to shake
did.
that thing.
That bleep was very
All right,
much
Jason,
needed
so right
right
after
there.
I
Thank
caught
you.
your fish, I caught another fish and broke my line. That's what I get for not checking. I had a giant explosion on it. I missed it. I missed a few fish. I should have been checking the line. I didn't. And that fish broke it. He jumped. I was hoping he would shake the lure so it would float up. So I'm going to come back.
There it goes.
Oh, here he. Oh, shook it loose. Get out of here. Get out of here,
Right
dude.
in front of me, Mike.
Crazy.
Did you?
Yeah.
No way. Look, you're not going to believe this.
Right
you are
there.
not going to believe this.
Are you watching this,
Look at
people?
Yeah, that's just absolutely amazing. Get out of here, bro. Absolutely amazing. So, yeah, most interesting moment of 2017 has to be that moment. As you can see, I'm pulling up to the bait like
That is amazing.
right there.
And here's what's going to be horrible tonight.
What's that?
As we look back at these, 'cause that happened.
Yeah. Yeah. All
That has to. You know what? As I'm watching this, I'm like going, you know what? There's probably a lot of interesting moments of 2000. So it's hard to select.
yeah.
I don't know if there's one more interesting than that.
No, exactly.
Especially after the dialogue that you're saying, this is a vintage lure.
Right.
And sorry, dude. And,
Man,
and you see it spit it out as you're talking.
And Hector and I both got it, on both our GoPros from two different angles.
Yeah, I don't know if there's something.
Otherwise, you would have never believed it. Now, we're 50 foot, 60 foot past where I broke the fish off.
Okay.
We are done past it and moved on. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it was my gosh. So, yeah, most interesting moment, blam. That gets the trophy right there. Hands down, that is the winner, the trophy, the whole spiel. So, yeah, that wins.
Well, I'm so excited. That's some good pictures there, my friend. Look at that.
So, so if you guys saw that, Shane, how are you, buddy? Merry Christmas, Jason. Shelvin says, thank you for the camp trip, man. Absolutely, brother. That was
What about this, Rodney?
favorite
Rodney Rogers Outdoors Radio episode.
I know I have a favorite episode. Do you have a favorite episode? You know what? Honestly, there's a couple.
Okay, let's do this.
There's a couple. I mean, I had there's several episodes that I loved a lot, but probably one of my favorite. Anytime I get to cook, to me is hands down
Really?
one of my favorites. Yeah. Anytime I get to show off one of our recipes, and for me, I think episode 155 was our Crawdaddy episode.
Are you serious?
Not your daddy's Crawdaddy.
That is exactly what I chose as well.
Is it really?
Yep.
Okay.
Not your Crawdaddy's recipe.
Crawdaddy's recipe. So, yeah, that had to be one of my favorite episodes.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
And I think one of the reason it was mine is because, well, number one, it was cool to
Cool to do.
because we had live crawdads here.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Across the
don't
counter.
have the number up there. I think it was 155 though. Check
Yeah,
that
it was
episode out if you're
155. Yeah,
interested.
definitely 155.
But I love it because we switched things around. We didn't do it here. We went out to the other room and totally, from a technical standpoint, it was a great. Oh, this. Tell me this is.
Let's see.
Let me click the right button, please.
Click the right button. Did you get it? Okay.
Hi, do you guys have any toilet paper?
I have a feeling this is not your
This
mom.
is probably not my
What
mom.
did you say?
So you.
Toilet paper. I need some right now.
This.
Oh, well, I'm just asking you to bring some over.
How about some Bob butt wipes instead?
Hey, there you go. That's a great segment too. Bob
Wait.
Butt Wipe.
This isn't Ronnie?
Yeah, it's Ronnie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, I am so sorry.
No.
It's just I haven't spoken to anyone in such a long time.
No.
Please stay on the line with me.
Yeah, of course. What's
I
your
don't wanna
address and your
lose
bank
anyone
account
else.
number?
Ever since my husband passed away, it's just so hard.
I have no way of hanging that one up, Mike. So that one's all you. Eric, how are you, buddy? Merry Christmas. Krista said crazy things happen. So yeah, the Crawdaddy.
You know what?
Could you come over and take care of me?
I'll come over. So excited to have your mom call in tonight.
Yes.
I'm dying to have your mom call in and just say, "You kids get outside and stay on the air."
Okay, yeah.
I just need the sound bite.
I
want to hear from your
got
mother.
you.
I want to hear from your mother on Christmas.
I think.
And then this.
My sister.
Why would you say that to an old lady?
What did I say? I started to say something. You know what? I apologize.
Can you at least tell me a story or a funny joke? I haven't laughed in years. Please.
Mike. Is that a call coming in?
Yeah, I might have just hung up on your mom thanks to Grandma Spankins or whatever her name is.
So,
Mom, call back. Yeah,
definitely call back.
Please call back. This is out of hand.
Oh my gosh. Let's see here. We got a text. Oh, okay. Kyle and Salib. Merry Christmas to you, Kyle.
We think we're gonna get a call back.
That kind of
yeah, that threw me.
Mom, if you're there, call him. Oh, she's trying to call. Tell Mom to call back.
Yeah,
Mike is always willing to help out. Patrick, how are you, buddy? So yeah, the 155 episode to me is not your Crawl Daddy's recipe is definitely my favorite.
Yeah, and that's a tough one because as you start thinking, there's a lot of reasons I like different episodes.
Yeah,
I like it when we have guests. I like it when Peter Updike was here. I love it when Nick is here and Nico was here, and
we got Hector in the studio. There we go.
I'm gonna click the right button.
I think you got it this time, Mike. I think you got it.
Hey.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Man, we get...
Is this
Rod?
You talk, Rodney. Give this lady on the phone the credit due.
Is this Mom?
Yes, it is, Mom.
Hey, Mom, how are you?
There we go.
I'm doing good. Are you on the? I don't hear you talking on your screen.
You don't hear me talking?
I hear you talking on phone.
Okay, yeah. You need me. All you need to do is hear the phone. How are you, Mom?
I'm doing better now.
Okay, I just want to tell you I loved you.
I love you too, and I'm glad to see you on there.
Okay, and I Merry Christmas.
And Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you guys, and you and your girl. Be careful going.
You got it. We'll do it.
Hey, is it corny, real quick, to ask your mom what her favorite Christmas with Rodney was?
Can you remember, Mom?
Favorite Christmas? It was all favorite, so.
I got you. All right, Mom, we're going to steal a sound bite from you. So what I need you to do is say, "You kids get outside and stay."
All right. I mean, you want me to say it?
I want you to say it just like you used to tell us when we were kids.
Oh, heck, that'd be nasty. I'd be hollering at you kids. I'll be telling you to get your butts outside and stay out there.
That's it. All right, you ready?
That's it.
Are you ready? Get ready.
I just said it.
Let's
okay.
Go.
You kids go outside and stay out there.
That's perfect.
Almost I tell you to come back together.
Oh.
I'm not a better not.
That's awesome.
That's it, Mom. Thank you so much for calling. We love you.
I love you too. I love you too, and Mike, I love you too.
I
You
love
guys
you.
Be careful.
Thank you for calling. Merry Christmas.
And Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to both of you.
All righty, sweetie. Bye-bye.
Bye. Rodney.
Remember that time?
We can just shut it down now.
Thank you, everybody, for,
Oh, that was funny. Let's keep this show
Let's
rolling.
keep it going.
What's your favorite segment, Rodney?
My favorite segment has to be the speed segment. Our speed rounds. You know what I mean? You know when we do the speed rounds.
You ever wished you would have changed your answer? Because that's a good one.
That
is fun. Those are fun.
Those are fun, man. My other favorite segment is mail. I enjoy mail. How about another segment? Should I change my answer again?
No, that's good. No, the 2-minute rounds is great because
the 2-minute rounds.
You know what? We're not going to dwell on these. Go back and watch the shows or keep tuned.
Yeah.
You'll see. But that's a good one. But I think mail is probably mine and other people's favorite one as well.
Yes,
so
I agree.
Let's take a look at this. What do you say we do some? Go in and do some letters.
You got mail.
Letters. We get letters. We get. Stop. Whoa, yes. Wait a minute, Mr. Postman. Send me an email.
freaking email. Another freaking email song.
Mail time. Mail time. Mail time. Mail's here. On a top flight, hold you tight, get you there by daylight, bring you out overnight mail.
I'm close, Mike. I'm close. I'm close, Mike. I feel it. It's right there, Mike. Funny thing is, people don't know the difference between the radio or your bike. That's awesome, man. Dude, how long did it take you to put that one together? It probably took you a couple. You had to dig off several videos, didn't you?
Several videos, but we only have like 188 to choose from.
Okay, so
yeah,
you were able to get a couple.
It was not that.
Right on, man.
So let's keep the show rolling, Rodney. Let's move into our top 10.
Yes, top 10.
Because actually, we started off with the top 10 highlights of the year.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
We're both on our phone. Let me check my
I've got
text
them right
message
here.
and my stocks. Well, what I wanted to mention, don't rattle them off.
Okay. No, I'm not going to rattle them off.
Because what I wanted to mention was, before we get into the top 10, there were so many things that were honorable mentions, the things at least worth mentioning.
No, I agree.
ICAST, we did ICAST.
Yep, we did ICAST.
The chili cook-off.
Yes.
Which is always great.
Right.
Those things are great, but they're not necessarily don't embody what the Rodney Rogers Outdoors thing is really all about. I mean, those are trade shows.
Just moments.
They're great and they're exciting for people but it's not necessarily why we're doing this to go to trade shows.
Exactly.
We went to the Swanee River. That was fun.
That was awesome.
Not part of this mix because, which by the way was one of my personal favorite times of the year.
Because you caught your first snook.
Screw that.
On that trip.
No, because you and I, we just went.
Yeah. No. No, I get it. No,
yeah,
totally.
We just went, and that was cool.
That was awesome.
So let's get into our top 10 highlights of the year, shall we?
Let's do it.
Okay, here we go. Number 10, Rodney. The number 10 highlight of the year.
Now, this is picked by me and you.
Yes. Yes. Thank you for pointing that out.
Yeah.
This is. We have put more thought into this show probably than any other show.
No, you're right. We actually
batted this back for it. So none of this is surprise. I'm not springing this on you like I have many times in the past. Also noted, these aren't necessarily in any particular order. Because that would have been silly.
Exactly.
They're not in chronological order, and they're not in order of coolness
exactly.
But one of the highlights was this one here, Randy's Gator.
Randy's Gator was awesome. And let me tell you why why this was definitely in the top 10 for the year for me, because, Randy's my nephew, and, and he has learned pretty much, I think he would agree. We've taken him out on gator hunts, and this was his first year drawing his first tags and actually harvesting by himself his first alligator. So it was certainly a highlight for us.
It's very cool.
He had some ups and downs the whole season. The proverbial giant getting loose, breaking the line.
Yep.
A couple times. So he got to experience it all. So yeah, it was definitely in the top 10. As far as the highlights go, man, it was definitely hands down, and that's his brother right beside him. So having the two right there hunting with us, to me, was just it absolutely stood for what I do, and that was basically that's
I like that.
That's handing it down.
Yeah,
Next year
you
can bet Gary will have his hunting license, and it will absolutely be phenomenal. So definitely top 10.
Okay, moving on. Number 9 highlight of the year. You ready for this one?
I'm ready.
I don't even know what this is.
This one is King for a Day.
Oh, King for a Day.
This was our coot. We shot coots. We planned this, and we went out and we did it exactly like we planned, and everything went well. And it actually brought out our first, not our first, but it was our inaugural King for a Day series.
Yeah, this was our premiere.
Yeah, this was our premiere.
And ironically enough, it was the only one. But I am holding steadfast.
Yeah.
That we're still waiting.
We're gonna
2018 is the year. If it's the last thing I do.
Yeah.
To do the first episode, first official episode of King for a Day
with someone other than us.
Yeah. For exactly, we'll get into that later. But that was a good time.
Not to mention the video was absolutely amazing.
What? Are you telling me you want to see the video?
What? Do we have video?
We might be able to pull that off, Rodney.
I dare you. So, It's hard to believe that guy in that entry is me. It just gets us excited. It just gets me excited, Mike. I just feel like that is the Matt Stoffel. How are you, buddy? And Hollow Point says the new shirts look awesome. Thank you, brother. Patrick, have a great day. I mean, when I see that video, I just get pumped up like when you go outside right now and catch a lizard or something.
Yeah.
Or a frog. You know. Or
no, it's
no frog.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so
I feel like you're trying to trick
definitely
me.
The inaugural. We'd like to have someone this year to pull in to do the King for a Day series. So number eight, like we said, this is in no basic order, and this one definitely has to fall in that 365 Bass Challenge, man. I mean, you know, when we pulled this challenge out, it was definitely a tough one. You know what? And I got to give kudos to Lisa for hanging by my side through that whole thing. I froze her to death. I wore her out. I gave her tennis elbow. I mean, I literally, put Lisa through the ringers on this 365 episode. So, thank you for hanging out with me, sweetie. You definitely.
Well, a question for you, Rodney. Then
yes,
is there going to be a 2018 version?
You know what? I'd like to think up something for 2018, and it's going to have to be thought up really quick. It would definitely be worth something to crank up. I mean, it's actually a really awesome challenge, and it's a real tough challenge, and you really got to dedicate yourself through that throughout the year. I mean, and Lisa will definitely be the test of this. I mean, it's like you get off work, or you wake up on Saturday and Sunday and you go fishing, and it just literally puts the test. And what the 365 Bass Challenge was for us, the goal was to catch one bass a day for each day. Now, it didn't matter how fast you catch them. Now, that was the goal. Now, Hector put out the challenge that the first one to 365 wins a 365 trophy. So that added to the challenge.
Well, he did a Facebook page, right?
Yes,
we're looking at it here. Yeah,
Facebook page called 365. So basically, what we had to do is we had to use the same rod, same reel, and all that. Take a picture with the rod and reel and the fish, and post the fish each time we caught them on, the 365 Bass Challenge page.
Well, we're looking at you and Hector and that nutcase Nick over there.
Yes.
It was the three main folks, actually the only three in the 365.
Yeah, in this 365
all three of
challenge.
you accomplished it, right?
Yes, we all three accomplished it, and I think we all three were very glad this thing was over, because we put our significant others through the ringer with this challenge, and ourselves. I mean, I learned a lot. Honestly, I squeezed so much fishing in that short little time that I really learned so much. So, yeah, definitely phenomenal, and I'd love to fire something up for next year. And number 7, highlight of the year. Mike, this one was definitely a highlight to me because that's 2016. That's the other season. This is the wrong season. You definitely nailed the wrong season there, but that's okay. Lobster season this year was awesome.
Is that really the wrong season?
Yeah, that's last year's season.
Well,
that's okay.
Here's
buddy.
what I know. I see. I know that I see you and Nick and lobsters.
Yeah, but the let's pretend the other people that should be in here, John and Kelly, some friends the new friends that I met that are Lisa's friends, absolutely amazing friends. They're uncles. It was like a whole family thing. We charter a boat out of.
You know what?
Lisa,
actually,
Sydney, Carter.
That was this year.
That was this year.
Well,
yeah.
This is actually not my. This is my assistant's mistake.
Yes, we will. Yeah.
So thank you. So I'll redeem myself here. Let's take a look at this little video from this year's.
Okay, there you go.
Lobstering
Perfect.
Fest.
Mike,
Wow.
we were just dancing, actually. I worked up a sweat.
If that doesn't get you pumped up.
Yeah, I kind of worked up a sweat there dancing. Dude, that's...
You need to extinguish that fire. All right,
Yeah.
Rodney.
So, yes. So, that was definitely a top moment in my book, man. I had a blast. I seen so much. We did so much. That's the most I've dove in a single week.
And for a purpose, not just for training.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and I've seen so much new stuff. Lisa had told me about these Spanish lobster. I'd never seen one, and then I seen a bunch, and it was awesome. It was absolutely awesome. So let's shoot to number 6, Mike.
We're only halfway through.
Yeah, number 6. Now, to me, is definitely one of my top moments, and I don't know how you feel about it, but number 6 during the season was talking to Dominic Manatalo, who caught the 16-pound bass. If you remember this guy, you can actually look. I don't know what episode that was, 160 something, 165 maybe, or 168, 170, something like that. So we actually got to talk to now the guy who caught the close to the Florida record bass. It was a phenomenal conversation with this guy. He talked about that, and the key thing is he is like the top right now to win the $10,000.
Oh, really? Is he really?
So we're gonna watch this guy, and then we're gonna interview him. Hopefully, once this gets back down to the point where we find out if he won.
Well, yeah, that was episode. I don't know, what was that?
I think it was in the 170 range actually, because we're at 182 right now, right?
Okay.
So yeah, it was like in the ones. It was about 8-10 weeks ago. So
wow.
yeah, so it's probably 170, 171.
Nice.
So yeah, definitely one of my top moments. So number 5, there again, in my book, my first stone crab season.
Right.
It's hands down. Episode 178 right there. We talked about it. Hands down, it's definitely one of my favorite, things. Lisa and I are having a blast. We just pulled our traps out. She's the one that actually pulls our traps out, and man, they got so heavy with barnacles that one trap was just absolutely
not just heavy but stinky.
Yeah, the crabs couldn't even get in. I mean, it closed up, and we're talking. When did we put these traps out? Probably 3 months ago. Well, May. The season opened May 15th, and that following week, May 21st, May, June, July, August, September, October,
right.
No, it opened in October. I'm sorry, not May. It opened October, November, December. So in less than a month and a half, the barnacles literally filled those traps up. But now they're just coming right off. Now the barnacles are just. So when you pull your traps out, and they dry out, all the barnacles die, you can just shake the barnacles off because they kind of release at that point. So we're not, although the graphic that we showed is the episode, we're talking about this was the episode we talked about you doing this. Yes.
But we're talking about you actually doing this.
We actually did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we actually were catching, we harvest about anywhere from 5 to 7 claws per trip. We soak our traps. We've learned now that we need to soak them about 2 weeks. We can go every week and we get 1 or 2 crabs, but if we go on the 2 week, there's plenty of food in the trap that they've got. They're fine. The food soaks perfectly for 2 weeks.
Well, Rodney, we don't have video of you. Well, ready. We're not ready. Video of you pulling them up.
Yes.
But we were shooting video. I went with you.
Yes,
I was
we shot
lucky
the video,
enough to go with you. So check this out.
So I forgot to give you the video.
Check
Lisa
this out.
Actually. Edge here. You got good water. It's not a lot of flow, but it does move back and forth. These stone crabs like hiding in structure.
whole rock edge here is kind of shallow. It's about 5-6 feet deep. So I'm going to drop in pig's feet. I use the bait of my choice is pig's feet. We're going to drop in a pig's foot in each one of these. I'm going to set these 3 traps out in the same area. It's kind of a hot spot, and I already see 5 or 6 traps here. So we got plenty of space. I'm far enough away from everybody that I'm not being So there you have it. And I do have footage of us actually catching them. I just haven't gotten it to you. And the fire's roaring.
Fire's blowing.
And you know what's cool is I've got footage of Lisa catching her first one. And then after about 10 crabs, oh, man, she's got this, man, pile, snap. She's snapping the claws off. I got the whole thing. So we're going to attach it to that video. So it'll be awesome.
Very cool. We're only if that was enough, and we're only at number 4, just to give you an idea of that how much stuff we've done. And as you start digging through, you're like,
oh yeah,
it's only been a year. And
when I was plowing through that, I went, holy moly! Yeah. I mean, we're busybodies.
Busybodies. How about number 4, Rodney?
Number 4.
This one's pretty awesome.
Yeah, this one is definitely, and this is like you said, is in any one order, but our inaugural trip, on our fishing trip. So we started the fishing charters with fired up charters.
Yeah.
You know, where you buy a spot and we fill the boat up and then we go fishing. And we did 6-7 trips this year.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yes, we've done 6 or 7 trips this year, and man, every single trip we just piled up the fish. So I mean, man, thank you to Fired Up Charters. They're definitely guys that just Tyler Vollmer was our captain every single trip, and man, what a...
Well, I thought it was interesting because this marked the first time for Rodney Rogers Outdoors to really kind of join hands with another entity or something like that. I mean, it was really a
marriage made in heaven.
It really was. I mean, but it was very organized, and it was very. I mean,
show up to the dock, fish, fillet, go home with a cooler full of fish. I mean, there was times when it's just one of those things. Your dad says nice shirt. Thank you, Papa Coy. And we got Mama Coy watching too. We got the Coys
very
watching.
Cool. Well, for the first time, for so long, it's just been you and I.
Yes.
And this was kind of the first official stepping outside of our comfort zone, our accountability, our responsibility, and bringing in something like that. But huge success. And you called me one day and said, how can we put this on the website? I want to just pick up people's money and book a charter, and
it worked.
I'm like, go for it.
It's those
we'll
things.
Figure it out.
It's those things we throw at the wall and see if they stick. We had some. Lisa was just about on every trip. Steve Schulteis was about on every trip. I mean, these were people, that love it so much that they, they booked on every trip.
Yep.
A good friend of ours, Doug, went on every trip. He even took his son. Actually, in that picture, you can actually see his son. He booked just about every trip. So, I mean, we had some people that were just absolutely, on every trip. Now, Lisa's kind of with me, so we kind of, we have that fun together.
Sure.
It's just absolutely amazing. Yep. So, yeah, man, thank you so much for Fired Up Charters, Chris Cameron, Tyler Vollmer, Joe, and all those guys out there really, really have class act, man. It's just, I can't think of fishing with anybody else.
And again, if you want to see the success of the trips,
oh yeah,
go to the just go to the Rodney Rogers Outdoors website, click on photos, and look at friends.
Yes,
friends of Rodney's or whatever it says, something about friends.
Yeah,
and you'll see all the fishing trips. I mean, sailfish, reds.
Oh my gosh, yes, yeah.
Other fish. There's other fish that you caught.
All them other fish,
grouper.
Ones what got the fins, they're swimming. They
kind of wiggle when you bring them up. Sharks.
Sharks, yeah, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, so you go.
You know what? And I got to tell you, Lisa kind of started that operation when we went on that inaugural trip.
She got us kind of hooked.
You know,
on there.
and that's a good clarification because the trip we're mentioning was the first one that you organized through Rodney Rogers Outdoors to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yes, the one that started it was
us having a
Lisa's
banner
concoction.
Day. Yes.
Which I was fortunate to be on there as well.
Yes. So
let's move on this bad boy, Rodney.
So number 3. Number 3 is definitely it's kind of a sweet and sour kind of setup. Now that was the Lisa and I with the purchase of the new alligator /hunting /fishing /submarine /everything. So it's kind of the top moments of buying, sinking, and fixing the boat, Mike. That's just a little bit of everything there.
Well, you did a great job of putting this little ditty together. So let's take a look at this if you don't mind.
I don't mind at all, Mike. I don't mind at all. See the Bob's butt wipes go in.
This is the phase that we went into the Cottonmouth apparel.
Yes. And kind of glued to it right there, wasn't it? It's just got to represent sometimes. Mike.
I know, Rodney.
You know how it is.
I get it.
So yeah, so it's definitely.
So we don't have any underwater footage.
No.
But from what I understand,
yes,
this is the same boat that you took to the bottom of probably that same lake.
No, actually, that was St. John's River.
Oh, that's St. John's. It was Toho. You explored.
Yeah, we dropped it in the bottom of Toho.
Explored the submarine capabilities.
Yes. Y'all never named the boat. That was the issue. May I offer?
Interesting.
Phoenix. Oh, that's actually not bad. Thank you,
funny.
Michael.
That's
we had bananas on the boat that day, by the way.
That's funny.
I just want to point out there were 2 bananas on that boat.
That explains it. Right?
And I authorized the bananas to be on the boat.
Oh, you're kidding.
I thought, well, we're not fishing, so I mean, what possibly could go wrong, right? If we're not fishing, well, you can sink the boat. Needs to call it. You might get wet. That's totally. So number 2, Mike, are we at number 2?
We're gonna be.
We're gonna be here in any second.
Let's
now.
get up number 2. Here we go. I'm number 2,
You're
Rodney.
a busy man over there.
I know.
So number 2, photo contest.
Right.
I think we both kind of enjoyed that, and that was all the photos. So what we asked was send us. We had this pile of gifts that we got from iCast and just some stuff we had left over here and there, and we asked for everybody to send them their earliest pictures that they could remember of their kids or whatever of the outdoors, of you being in the outdoors. And man, did we ever get an awesome response from that, man.
One thing I loved about this competition, it was literally something spur of the moment that you just did.
Yeah, absolutely.
It wasn't strategized or anything like that. You just posted a picture maybe of you and said, hey, I'd love to see, and people just flooded.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got bombarded.
Flooded. We had
yeah.
so much response that we had to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And while it took me forever to get your prizes out, I eventually did. You know what the big confusion was? A lot of it was remembering who got what and how it was a mess. So I will new for 2018, name the Rodney's boat contest.
There you go.
I thought you only name big offshore boats. Do you name small boats?
Tell me, you're Rodney Rogers.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mike, we got matching shirts on.
Number one.
So
highlight.
number one highlight. Obviously, man, I think we both agree. And there again, not in any particular order, the camping trip was absolutely awesome. I mean, the camping trip, we peeled a lot of people out there, a lot of new people, a lot of new kids, man. Did you see? This was the most amount of new kids that we've had since we've done this.
90 people, Rodney.
And this is exactly why that we started it. You know, when you see those
people.
kids coming off the boats and, you know, they're just absolutely not knowing how. They still had their Amazon boxes, you know, straight from Amazon to their house and to the boat. And we were literally unboxing their tents on the island.
90 people, Rodney.
How friggin' awesome is that? I mean, it's just phenomenal. But couldn't ask for better weather.
Well, I loved the camping trip. Is the epitome for me because it embraces everything that we started out to do.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Get people outside.
Right.
Family friendly, kids, elder, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just get outside and do it.
I think our first trip, we actually said, look, we're going camping this weekend.
Yep.
You know, if you want to come on, you know.
Well, 2017, we still said, you know, Rodney and I we're going camping a trip. We're going camping this weekend. If you want to come join us.
Right.
90 people.
Yeah.
Came and joined us.
Yeah, that was a lot of people. Yeah. We had Roger and Nicole Academy. If you're not familiar with Nicole Academy, she's a jazz singer. She has an album out there, and you and I, and actually Lisa has the album as well. As a matter of fact,
sit back because we're going to play the whole thing for you in its entirety right now.
It's only an hour. Sit back, relax,
grab yourself
and enjoy
a cup
the
of
ride.
coffee.
Yeah, another pumpkin spice. So yeah, it was absolutely hands down. You know, I think one of our definitely top 10. It would definitely rate up there with some.
Well, it's most recent in our mind, and it really does. It puts us in touch one-on-one with the people we care about.
Yes.
The people that support you, care about you, love the outdoors. Some hate you but love the outdoors.
Yeah.
Some hate the outdoors but love you.
Yeah,
it's a combination
of
everything.
Of the whole spiel.
We did put together a little video.
Yes.
And it's 6 minutes long, but we got time. I put an extra quarter in the machine tonight, Rodney.
All righty.
So the lights are going to shut off at 9:03 like they normally do.
Okay.
So if you don't mind, let's
Yeah.
play this video because my favorite part includes a nice thank you from you, and I thought that was very heartfelt and touching. So
yeah, let's play it.
Let's do this thing.
I dare you.
I'm going to do it.
say thank you to each and every one of you. This weekend for me goes way beyond just camping. Mike and I started this. We wanted everyone to feel what I felt as a child. A lot of times on a show, I can tell you what camping's like, but until you enjoy that weekend with us and feel the family environment that we have out there, you just don't get a grasp of it. Thank each and every one of you that hung out with us this weekend. It means the absolute world to me. I can't think, if I could hug every single one of you, I would. This is why we do it. When I see kids come for the first time just to see if they like it, and when we take them back to the boat dock, they're so excited to come back next year. I think the comment was, I can't wait another year, Dad. So thank you so much. We love each and every one of you.
You definitely pulled that one. Woo! That was an awesome video, brother.
Well, like we said from the beginning, you can't fake authenticity.
No, man, absolutely not.
You bring good people together and good times, and all you got to do is roll the camera and
dude, yeah, it was absolutely phenomenal, man. So I don't even know how to come out of that. That was
well, you know what's interesting, Rodney?
What's that?
Is as we look back for all of the episodes we've done since just this year. It's pretty amazing to see the how many topics we covered. I don't know how many episodes it was.
Yeah.
But I thought let's just really quickly, and I do mean quickly, scan through and look at some of the thumbnails that we've put up.
Let's do it.
These are all of the shows that we've ran for
2017.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
2017.
Okay.
Shotgun shells. Bleeding a fish bladder. One of my favorites, by the way. Rodney Rogers Outdoors buying a John boat. Oop, next.
The charters, yeah.
Oop.
Oh,
I missed one. Hang on.
Oh, what'd you miss?
I missed one. This one. Oop, there we go. Sorry, my bad. Captain Brian Pounds.
Remember him?
What a good guy. What a good
dude,
guy. How much fun we had with
guy.
him. Turkey hunting walkthrough.
Oh, yes.
Daniel Beanick.
Snakehead. The Snakehead tournaments when we were doing the Snakehead tournaments.
Rodney Rogers Outdoors.
On
crawfish. Oh,
yep.
Yeah. And then our favorite episode, Not Yo Crawdaddy's Recipes.
Crawdaddy's
Nice job, Lisa, on the title there, right?
Yes.
Let's see. Then it was when you closed up your 365 Bass Challenge.
I watched that one the other day, by the way, and laughed my tail off. The poems from an outdoors.
Did you? That's a good one. I'm having a little trouble with my clicker here, so forgive me. Dominic Montal.
Yeah, that guy. Big bass guy. Tech Tools in the Outdoors.
Tech Tools, Gator Time, yep. Did a little gator action there. Let's see what else we got. Rodney Rogers Outdoors.
How to rig a worm.
How to rig a worm.
Mental tackle box. I remember that episode.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Because you often refer to the mental tackle box.
Yeah.
Although we didn't go this year. We had we had our friend
Joe
Wilson, not
honest,
but on the show. Mucky Bottom, sponsored by Bob's Butt Wipes. One of my favorites there. Mucky
Remember
Bottoms,
that one.
165.
Fishing for answers.
Yeah, then we just did a whole show just on questions, and then we did iCast.
That's right. I remember that.
2017. That was always fun. Spiny Lobster season.
I remember that one.
Part 1 and Part 2.
That's right. It was before and after we went. That's exactly right.
That was the time you got attacked by all those lobsters in the Keys. That was a gruesome sight.
Yeah.
Our buddy Hector Romero. Hollow Point HP.
Yes.
Number 170 in the studio. Good times.
Finally
good
had him in
times.
the
Gator
studio.
Hunt, round 1. Rodney Rogers Outdoors. I think it came up empty-handed on that first one. This one was a sad one. I recommend everybody do not watch this one.
Yeah.
Podcasters are people too. We got our feelings hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
Not really, but
we
whatever. Cottonmouth Boats is where it gets
yes,
exciting,
that's where
right?
It got exciting. That's where things started.
Oh, snap. Then you got Nick doing some frogging on Toho.
It was me, Nick, Lisa, and Candace that
Candace,
night.
right.
Yes.
And Lisa. Oh, that's right. The 4 of you there.
Yeah.
Of course, then we go into crabbing on 178. And then the ducks are here. Going into duck season. We're getting close. And, of course, everybody's favorite. I sunk.
I like what you did there, Mike, by the way.
I sunk the boat, yes.
Yeah, I like what you did.
the boat. And then, of course,
the Let's Go Camping episode.
Let's Go Camping episode, yes.
And then here we are here. Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh, Mike. So, Mike, I guess, with the ending of 2017, here we are rolling in to 2018. We got a whole new year starting. We've got a lot of exciting things, I think, coming up. You know what? Michael Dunlap said my favorite episode was actually on a different podcast, Salt Strong, where I found out about you and Mike.
That's cool.
Thank you, Michael.
Yeah, that's
I appreciate it. He's been thankful since. Man, I appreciate it, Michael. That is awesome. That's what we want to hear. That is absolutely. Shelvin is thanking us for the trip again. So yeah, man, it's just absolutely a phenomenal. And here we got a lot of exciting stuff coming up for 2018. We got a new studio.
Hold on.
What?
Follow the thing.
Oh, wait a minute. Exciting events. Okay.
Number 1.
King for a Day. March and April. Is that what you're saying?
King for a Day. I'm hoping by March and April to have our first King for a Day episode out.
So basically, this is an invite. If you fish, hunt, whatever you do, this is the perfect time of year for all the above. We'd like to grab someone, pull them in for our King for a Day episode. And that's basically where we pull you in. We go out and do something, be it fish, and we teach you the ropes. We go out and catch the fish, we harvest, or whatever it is.
It's one day.
It's one day. And we do all this in one day.
One day you're going to prep, do what you need to do, go out, do it, cook. By the end of the day, you're enjoying the.
We're just going to film the whole episode, and then we're going to put that up for King for a Day. So basically, what we're doing is
I think it's a great idea, and I'm not giving up on it.
We're making you the King for a Day. I've done this 1,000 times. It's no fun by myself anymore. So we're going to make you King for a Day.
You're a King for a Day every day, Rodney.
And we got drone footage coming up. Lisa bought me a drone for Christmas.
So excited.
I love her every minute for that.
We're adding a drone footage to our arsenal.
We actually, I'll tell you, it's taken me months to get this drone off the ground. And the other night, we all were together and we pulled this. This is actually Lisa filming you and I taking the drone off the ground for the very first time. So there it is, popping up for the very first time. And it's taken me months to get to this point. And the reason is it's an expensive machine. It is a complicated machine, and you don't want to crash it right off the bat. You want to take your time with it. This was my actual second flight that you're watching, and you see I'm kind of, I've still got a little bit of finessing to do, but we're kind of getting used to it. Man, the lake was super calm. There was no wind. So I was not afraid of the wind knocking it down. You know what I'm saying?
All I can say is it's incredibly cool.
It is incredibly cool, man.
It's as cool as you think it's going to be.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I can see so much potential with this thing. The footage that you and I have been wanting can now be had. Dude, when I see this, and the shots I was looking for here is I want to be able to pull out with this drone, get up in the air and tell you the areas that I fish. I mean, you can see these little holes and pockets and lily pads.
You can even see
corners.
the texture on the bottom of the lake.
You can see the texture, the weed types. I mean, if you want to fish on the roof of that house, I can tell you how to do it. You know what I'm saying? If you got a bird doo-doo up there, I can tell you how to get to it.
So cool, Rodney.
But, yeah, this is absolutely going to be worth its weight in gold if we can keep it out of the trees and out of the water. I think we can. If we take our time, we don't rush things, and we pay attention to all the warning signs.
Yep. Nicely done. Nicely done. Thank you for adding that excitement to my life.
Appreciate it, Dale
Lisa.
Simmons. Dale says, enjoyed your show. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. So,
now, as you were saying, Rodney,
So
2018. I'm particularly excited for this one.
Yeah, this one. So we have a brand new studio coming up. A little bit more room. Not that this studio is not awesome.
It's done us well.
It has been producing great shows for 5 almost.
But the things in my brain we can do with this new studio, Rodney.
Man, we are crack-a-lacking, my man.
I'm not kidding you, my friend.
I'm building walls and doors, and as we speak. So, the other day you got to see us doing a little bit of extra stuff out there.
Yeah, I did.
And
I think maybe if I'm lucky, I can pull one up for you.
Oh, you got something?
Yeah, check this out.
Oh, okay. So this is us cranking into the studio. So this is hammer knocking right here, buddy. I mean, this is Mike. I wish I worked that fast. You wore me out. You put it in fast forward, and I think I hammered out one tile and said, "All right, I need to take a break. This is ridiculous." So.
But that right there, folks, you're looking at the brand new Rodney Rogers Outdoors studio. Breaking ground right there, literally.
It doesn't look like much right there, but I assure you it's going to get so much better.
Oops.
So
I just gave away your favorite photo there, Rodney.
I know, I saw that. So so there we are, just hammer knocking the new studio. It's coming, Mike.
I like hammer knocking.
Yeah, there are now walls up where that tile was chipped out. So
yeah. Literally half hour after you did that, there's a wall up there.
There was a wall up there. That's exactly right.
That's crazy, man.
So, which leads us to our next favorite photo. Now, there's 10,000 photos on the website that is absolutely, positively. I could pick 1,000 favorites, but I think personally for me, one of my favorite photos, and this was a photo that we've been trying to capture, I know every single time I go to the Everglades, and that's a photo of a crocodile. And the trip that you and I went on in the beginning of the year, I think we were doing about 70 miles an hour past this crocodile, if I'm not mistaken.
You slammed on the brakes.
And I just said, Mike, we didn't get to see a crocodile again. Didn't I? I mean, it was like
you did.
2 seconds before.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And I said, I'm bummed that another trip to the Everglades and we did not get to see a Florida crocodile. And about the time I got that out of my mouth, out of the corner of my eye, this guy was sitting on a lonely little rock and with his mouth open, if you remember that.
Yep. We turned around, baby.
I said, Mike, I seen a crocodile. And you were like, whatever, dude. It's ridiculous. We were doing 70 down the highway.
Yep.
And I said, no, man, I seen the crocodile. So you and I pulled over, and we got some amazing footage.
Yeah.
He wouldn't move.
He was there when we left.
He was there when we left, sitting on a rock.
Yeah.
The only difference is when we first got there, he had his mouth open, and then he closed his mouth.
Well, he did move. A lot of people are going, is it real? He actually did reposition himself, and he moved a little bit.
Yep, he moved a little bit, and he literally was just hanging onto the friggin' rock. And what was funny is that rock was full of ants, and they were all over him. We could see it in the binoculars.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
he didn't care.
So as far as I've got 10,000 favorite photos, but for me, I think this is was a personal frustration of not being able to see a crocodile, and to get that shot, I think to me was definitely one of my favorite shots of the year. I mean, I've got so many. I mean, there's just so many shots, but this one right here, I think, just means a lot. It's an accomplishment in my book. We looked for it and we found it.
Well,
so.
Speaking of meaning a lot.
Yes.
My favorite photo I'm going to show you.
Okay.
But before I show you, I've got to let you in on a little secret.
Okay. Uh-oh.
I've never told you this before.
Okay.
When we started Rodney Rogers out some 10 years ago or whatever it was.
Yes.
I didn't do it because I wanted to do this for a living.
Right. Right.
I didn't do it because this is all I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I didn't do it to make videos. I simply did it because I'm your number one fan.
Right on, brother.
I'm your number one fan, and I had hoped in my own little way that I could help the rest of the world see in you what I see.
Right on, brother. Thank you.
So this, my friend, is my favorite photo.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Right on, man.
Yeah.
There it is.
You know what? Because fact of the matter is we've been through a lot this last year. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Times change. Times don't stand still.
Yeah.
And I think you can see it in our faces there. But after 10 years, I'm still all I care about is being your biggest fan.
Right on, brother. I appreciate it.
Helping present you to the rest of the world.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
You do more than a better job.
Yeah. Well, you're a good man.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
I'm thrilled that I can be a part of Rodney Rogers Outdoors.
As I'm thrilled that you are.
I'm just like everybody else who just wanted to sees you and go, I want a piece of that.
Yeah.
Whatever that is, take me with you. Include me. I'm raising my hand, you know.
I think when you and I first met, I would come in and tell stories of my weekends, and
this is true.
It was just absolutely what seemed unbelievable. And I think at one point you even mentioned, man, how do I become a part of that story? And I think the first pickle I got you and I in, I said, welcome to the story, Mike.
You now are a part of the story.
You now are a part of the stories, and you have been for going on 10 years now. Yep. So, man, I can't imagine doing this without you. And I've said it 1,000 times. I wouldn't do it without you. 2018 is going to bring some really cool stuff.
Well, we got a drone now. We can't stop now.
No, we got drones. We got studios. We got, we're going to be having, tons of new guests. When iCast comes in, the big plan is to have guests come in. It's just, it's going to be different, man. It's going to grow.
No, I'm excited for this next year, probably more than I have been any other year. You know.
Me too, man. And it's just, and I gotta give a shout out to Lisa for taking care of me and and pulling all this together for me, and with us and for us, and it just absolutely means the world to me, and I couldn't do it without her, and obviously not without you. So thank you so much, and obviously I couldn't do it without. I mean, this is why we do this. You and I said in the beginning, we're not here to make $1 million. But 100 years from now, they're going to be pulling our videos up, wondering who these two guys were and what they were doing, because our information is timeless. Yeah. It really is. The news that we put out, the tricks of the trade, I mean, you can always learn. It's not, I still read 20-year-old fishing magazines knowing that those techniques still work.
Man. Good point.
When I find an old magazine, I read it because we've often forgot about some of those tricks of the trade. So, man, that is absolutely awesome. So, man, Mike, I mean, here we are at the end of another show, end of a year. So we won't have, this is our last show of the year. So, last show of 2017.
Yeah, it's true.
Episode 182, I think it is, right?
I think
something
so.
like that.
I'll take your word for it.
181, 182. Yeah. And I thank you so much for everything you do, brother. I mean, I can't absolutely, like I said, can't wait till we get in the new studio, and I can't imagine doing without you.
It's going to be a blast.
And I love you, brother.
I love you too, man. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, and Merry Christmas to every single person out there watching. Merry Christmas, everybody that's wished us a Merry Christmas. Shelvin says, I think Rodney and Mike just had a moment.
One of many.
One of many.
One of many.
And many more to come. So thank you all so much for watching. And, Mom, thank you for calling. I love you. And thank you for our little sound bite. I got a feeling Mike's going to work magic with this thing. And we hope to see you next year. I pray I see everybody next year. And we'll see you on the 2nd.
Sounds-ish.
January the 2nd, I believe it is, right?
Sure.
January the 2nd. Hang out with us.
Thank you, everybody.
Mike, you got anything?
No, sir. Take
us home. And as my
Rodney.
mama said 18 quadrillion times, and you heard her say it live, you kids get outside and stay.